It's evening again. It's Friday evening, and I've got new headphones, and they're hurting my ears. They're hurting my ears whilst I'm talking, so I'm going to take them off. Oh, that's better. I hope that's better. I sometimes have problems with my ears after they've been used too much during the day. These, my other ones failed last night. I was trying to use them, and every time I tried switching them on, they wouldn't connect, they wouldn't switch on, but they were mucking up my mouse as well, so they were doing stuff to the Bluetooth. So I tried them again this morning when I got up, and then it weren't working, but they fold nicely, look, and they're blue. So today I went to the podlog. I think he must be the only professional person in France that I hit. He hurts me, and I wallop not too hard, but I give him a bit of a slap because he just hurts me. He just hurts. So now my feet are hurting. I've been prodding them, but that's over and done with. He made new insoles. I tried them in the boots. I can't wear them in the boots. I still can't wear the boots. Those boots have got to go. I've got my old winter boots that are now on year 5, and if we do any walking in that sort of weather, I think Mark we met forgot, but he means to look for some glue, something that's flexible that he can just reinforce the bits that he thinks need gluing on my old boots, and I'll wear those. He gave me the inner soles to put in my Crocs, and I put those in and wore those a bit, but by the time I got home I was in agony, and it's like, I don't want to be in pain. I haven't been in pain the last few days of my feet. They've been really good, and I've been walking well, so I don't want to put that in jeopardy. So I took the inner soles out, and I'm much more comfortable. And if I get a bit uncomfortable, I can just slide my feet out for a bit. So that was at lunchtime. Going and having a lunchtime appointment's not very good. So that was lunchtime. Came back, had something to eat, had a bit of a siesta, and then went and ordered my Christmas present. It's very unusual for me to have a Christmas present because I never know what I want. But for a couple of months now, I've been thinking I want, knowing what I want. So we went and ordered that. They didn't have it in my size. So we've ordered that and paid a deposit on that. Then we did a bit of shopping and found some nice things to bring home for the weekend. Somebody said to me in comments about the food that I can get in France, and I know about that. I've been here 18 years, but that's not the sort of food I'm looking for. The sort of food I'm looking for is the sort of food I might buy if I were in the UK. It's an English Christmas meal. It's English Christmas food. I know what I can get in France, and there's some nice stuff, and I will get it. In fact, our favourite restaurant is offering a menu that we can order from before the 19th and pick up on Christmas Eve, and we'll do that. And we'll do that, which will provide us with, we'll order enough to provide us with 2 meals. So we're going to do that. So yeah, we did a bit of shopping, bought the new headphones, ordered my Christmas present, and then the last bit of admin that's been hanging around on my desk for 2 or 3 weeks, which has been driving me crazy because I couldn't get into the account. I can't get into my account to do the bit of admin. Decided to go into the office, and it was the electricity people, Sourigi. And the letter that I had on my desk was saying something about, do you want a linky? Which is an electricity compter. I can't remember what that is in English. That you can monitor your consumption on, and they can monitor your consumption on, and blah blah blah. Do you want one? And I couldn't get into the account to sort that out. So we go into the office, and she takes the bit of my letter, and I say to her, I can't get onto my account to deal with this, whatever. She looks at me and she said, did you want to pay the bill? And I went, no, it's not a facture, it's a letter. Because the bill's not coming out until the end of it. No, I don't want, it's this letter asking me if I want a linky. She still didn't look at the letter. It took 10 minutes to persuade her to look at the letter. And then she said, but you've got a linky. And I went, no, we haven't. Yes, you've got a link. No, we haven't. Absolutely adamant that we hadn't. We have. We got home, I opened the cupboard, and it's like, oh, we have got one. I'd never really noticed it. You've got a linky. And I said, well, why have I received a letter? She didn't understand that. Shall we ignore the letter? She didn't understand that. So we had to sit and wait while she went through her computer and corrected some of the coordinates. They hadn't got the right email address. They hadn't got my phone number, all of that stuff. And I thought, oh, here we go again. This is like the insurance company, jobs worth stuff. We've got to sit here now and suffer while she sorts through her stuff. So we were in there about 25 minutes probably, which wasn't that long, but it was like, oh, enough, please. So we came home and opened the cupboard and thought, oh yeah, we have got a linky. Oh, good. I thought, I've got a linky. So that piece of paper's gone out to be filed, and I can put that away, and we finished for the week. It's been a really busy week for us, and we've got nothing planned for the weekend, although I realised that when we did the shopping, it wasn't a big shop, it was just bits and pieces we needed. We need fruit. So we'll have to go out tomorrow and get fruit, but apart from that. And I realised that one of the things that I find frustrating here is that there seems to be a lack, and I think I've said it months and months and months and months and months ago, a lack of proactiveness. So people don't look at, if I do this, that will possibly prevent that or mean that that might not happen. So I'll do this to make sure that that doesn't happen. There's a lack of proactiveness. And I think it came to me when we were coming home, because people drive towards you in narrow roads and they don't slow down. They really don't slow down, and the roads are narrow. You've seen them. I know some of you are like, oh my God, those roads are narrow, but they are narrow and they don't slow down. We slow down and sort of tuck over into the side. They don't slow down. It's like not thinking about what's coming next and what they can do to make it more comfortable. And it was the same when Vincent was here the other day, the mayor, talking about trees, the trees in the garden, talking about a tree in the village, not in the village, it was beyond the village. It was the second part, which is part of the commune of the village. Massive tree came down that is now laying cut up into pieces. But that threatened people's houses and nobody could do anything about it. They had to wait for the tree to come down. And he's talking about this. We talk about the tree that we feel will threaten our fence if we put a new fence up. He said, well, the insurance will deal with it. And it's like, yes, the insurance will deal with it, but there are things that you can do so that you don't have to do that. Because when you have an insurance claim that's happened because a tree's fallen that could have been dealt with beforehand, there's all the aftermath, the clearing up. It's like, if his tree, he's got a big branch overhanging our garage at the bottom there where, the sheep shelter. If that falls, Ida could be in there, we could be in there, the chickens could be in there. But it's like there's this whole lack of proactiveness. And it's obviously a cultural thing, that's the way it is, and I'm not going to change it. And I just wanted to rant about it a bit, because I rant. I was on Blue Sky earlier, and I follow Bradley Whitford, who is Josh Lynham on The West Wing. And I was on there earlier, and I got a private message from him. It was like, and I can't read it to you now, but it was sort of the bit that left me thinking, really, was that it began with, my dear, and many of you will know the people, the guys, the Nigerians that try to scam you, or there's a certain group of people that refer to you as my dear. So it left me feeling a bit like, I don't think you are. Why would you be messaging me? So he said something like, I've noticed that you've been liking some of my posts, and I just wanted to let you know I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support. And I responded with, oh, that's really sweet, thank you. I'm not talking to Josh at the moment because he's sent Donna packing. I'm sure I'll get over it. And then off we went into town. And as we were driving into town, I was thinking, that isn't him. That is not him. You know, why would he be messaging me, for goodness sake? And I came back and there was another message, and it was, where are you from and where do you reside? And that was like, he wouldn't talk like that. And that's like, you know, prying. You want more information from me. So I replied with, I'm from Earth and that's where I live. And then I looked and did a bit of checking and realised that he wasn't the real Bradley Whitford. It was slightly different in his username, and I reported it. And Blue Sky were really quick, because within 20 minutes that account had been deleted. So I was quite pleased with that. I'm annoyed that I was taken in just slightly for a bit. It annoyed me because it's like, that's sort of quite narcissistic, isn't it, to think that he would be messaging me. But anyway, that was that. I think that's it. I had a bit of a break in the night and was up for a couple of hours between 4 and 6, so I'm tired now. But apart from that, we've watched a couple of episodes of the West Wing tonight. It's getting really intense because we're coming to the end of the last series, so it's quite intense. But we're on a break. We're having a break. And I'm trying to stay awake. I keep drifting off. I always... At around about 8 o'clock at night, I want to go to sleep. So I'm just going to check on your comments whilst I'm here, just in case there's anything I want to respond to. Thank you, Olga Gester. Nice, thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Karen Waller about guns. Oh, those poor babies. What had they done? Nothing. It's just, there are no words, are there? There are no words. And nothing will change. And I'm just so sick of seeing children being killed in America. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. Oh, the Detectorists. Oh, yeah, we love the Detectorists. Seen all of those, David. Thank you. Who's the oh God, who is it? The guy that Mark likes in the Detectorist. I'm just looking. Hold tight. It's him. So I'm just trying to work out his name now. Mackenzie Crook. Mark loves Mackenzie Crook. I loved him as Wurzel Gummidge. Just had the right face for Wurzel Gummidge. So yeah, we loved that. And I still haven't looked at Slow Horses yet, but will do. And I'm going to carry on with my book, coming towards the end of that as well. But there's a few books in the series, so that'll be all right. I think that'll be me for the winter, which quite like having a sort of a saga to read this time of year. I bet you're all yawning now, aren't you? I'm making everybody yawn. Sorry. Okay. You might get this at midnight. I'm going to upload it now, 10 to 9. You might get it. Let's see. Bye.